All right. We are live, everyone. Welcome back to Reason and Answers. As the introduction suggests, this is your home for the
crackhead clown individuals.
And today, that was the only introduction that could be appropriate because we're going to be talking about the whole Dawah community. As you may have heard, Jake the former metaphysician, since he no longer calls himself that. I think we can still call him the mutaphysician, but no longer known as the metaphysician, just goes by his name now. Jake put out a couple tier lists recently. He first put out a tier list of Christian apologists, and no one had a lot of problems with that. In fact, he gave quite a lot of Christian apologists S tier, the highest possible ranking, which is pretty interesting, I think. And then a little while later, he put out a Dawah tier list in which there was virtually no one at the top of the list. And this got a lot of complaints. Among other things, many people complained that Zakir Naik and Ahmed Deedat were not highly rated, in Jake's opinion. Of course, many of the Dawah guys also were upset about their own rating. So there was lots of pushback on this. So Jake came and he revised his list. And he moved almost everyone into either the F tier or the D tier, the bottom tiers of the list. Yes, Jake is effing and D'ing all the Dawah guys. And in a way, he's correct, right? In a way, he's correct. If we're being honest, and he said, this time I'm going to be honest, right? The first time he was generous. The second time he's going to be honest. If we are being honest, most of the Dawah guys are going to end up in that bottom tier, right? They're going to end up way down at the bottom. They don't really have anything to offer. I thought I'd do my own tier list, but since, as Jake correctly points out, most of the Dawah guys would be on the bottom if we're doing this on a traditional, honest tier list. And of course, we're going to be honest. We're Christians here. I thought we need to come up with a tier list that is more appropriate for the Dawah scene, more accurate, more interesting than just rating people on how good they are at making arguments or something along those lines. Yes, Jake ranked the Christian apologist, and then he ranked a Muslim apologist. My list is not identical to Jake's. He put a couple of his friends on the list that are like totally irrelevant. My list has all the relevant people. Like it's got Junior on it, right? It's got Junior on the list, which, Jake didn't bother to rank Junior. He knew that Junior would just blow everyone else out of the water. So he did not rank Junior. Yeah, you could call it the crash out list. At least skeptic wasn't in the name. Yes, that's true, because Daniel goes by the Muslim skeptic, which is very interesting. Very interesting. So without further ado, let me introduce you to the Dawah tier list, the real Dawah tier list, in fact. Not TEAR, but TIER. And we have a scale that is much more appropriate for the Dawah community, the LOSERZ scale. Anything that might happen to spell is completely coincidental, okay? Because I thought, what traits are common in the Dawah community? What traits are the most notable? We got to rank the Dawah guys based on the traits that are most notable. On the bottom, of course, on the bottom is the Z tier, also known as the Zut tier. So this is the category for sexual deviance. Sexual deviants go in the Z tier. Moving up the scale, we got the R tier. This is for ragers, people known for being angry or violent. The E tier is the egotists, those who are self-centered. And I do realize that a lot of the Dawah guys can fit into multiple categories. So there's going to, I have the delay off today. It's going to be interactive. we're going to have to do some decision making on to which one is the most appropriate for any particular Dawah guy. But yes, the E tier could also be called the narcissism tier. The S tier, no, it's not the subhuman tier. Good guess there. Although it is actually kind of close. The Dawah community is filled with frauds. It's filled with charlatans, people who don't actually believe in Islam. And it's filled with scammers, which may or may not be the same, right? You could believe in Islam and still be a scammer. So this is the category for shams of various types, right? People who are just doing Dawah for money, people who are scamming their own fans. This is the category for shams. Yeah, it could also be the stupid tier or the shirk tier. Then we got the O tier. Now, the O tier is going to do some double duty here. It's primarily the obtuse tier. So this is where the stupidity will go, right? The stupidity will go into the O tier for obtuse. But it also doubles as the okay tier, because there are a few Dawah guys who are okay, who are not completely and totally degenerate. They are decent human beings. They get to be in the O tier. The O tier is probably the one that you would actually want to be in as a Dawah guy. I mean, if being stupid, right? Being stupid is not nearly as bad as being a scammer or a zooter or an egotist or the L tier. What is Dawah known for more than anything else? How does that saying go? Without Islam dies, lies. Yes, that's it. Yes. So L is for liars. Lying liars. So the L tier is for liars. Now, again, no, it's not the leering tier. It's definitely not the leering tier. Although maybe they do need to do some leering in order to lie. So again, many of the Dawah guys can go into multiple tiers. Many cases we'll have to have some discussion and figure out where they will go. Now, since Jake is the inspiration for this tier list, we're going to rank him first. And Jake, I think, is an easy one because he gets to go straight into the E tier. This is a guy who had an epic crash out because his poor little ego is hurt that no one likes his tier list. So Jake, absolutely narcissist, absolutely goes into the E tier. Yes, as Should Get Back to Work says, easy is ego. L is not for lust. Lust will go in the Z tier, the Zoot tier. Yep, Jake is an easy E. So next up, we got Malik. I had to put Malik at the start of this list because Malik is the flavor of the hour, right? And Malik is another easy one, another one that doesn't require any discussion. He goes straight into the Zoot tier because what is Jake known for? Malik. What is Malik known? Well, he is known for being a tattletale. He is known for telling on all the Dawah guys, but what did he tell on them? He told about all their Zoot behavior. So straight into the Zoot tier for Malik. Yes, Zoot and Xena. It's a double Z. There you go. Now, next up, we got Ahmed Deedat. In many ways, the goat of Islamic apologetics in many Muslims' eyes, certainly the OG there. Where should Ahmed Deedat go? What do you think? What is Ahmed Deedat most known for? I don't have sound bites for all of them, but when I do have a sound bite for them, we'll play that.
You see, this is the proof. This is the proof.
Deedat is okay by comparison. Deedat had the advantage of coming too early. I'm inclined to put him in the L tier. The L tier is kind of generic, you know. That's kind of just the generic Dawah. It's what it's most known for. And since he's like the godfather of Dawah, I kind of feel like he should go into the L tier. Sonic says seems like L tier. Oops. Not that familiar with D-Dot, but I think L. I'd put him in L. I forgot what R is. So R is for rage, ragers, people known for anger or violence, or, like, for example, celebrating the death of apostates. They would go in the L tier. I mean, they would go in the R tier. Next up, we got what is his real name again? Let me remember. Zishan Ali, better known to Smiles to Jana. Oh, you know what? I forgot Central Dawah. I forgot Central Dawah. I might have to add him at the end. Remind me to add Central Dawah at the end. I didn't actually think. Malik should go in R. Yeah, he could go in R, but I'd rather just leave him in the Z tier. Again, many of these guys can go in multiple categories, okay? Multiple categories. Smells it. So I don't really know that much about Smiles, but the one thing I think we all know about Smiles is that he likes to grape Ali Dawah in the mouth. And if you're going to grape someone in the mouth, then I think you get to go into the Z tier. Smiles to Jana in the Z tier. Yes. We got 40 plus people on this list, okay? But yes, Zakir Naik will be here. Hakeem will be here. Is there a troll tier? No. Yes, Hijab's on the list. Central Dawah, I did forget Central Dawah. And we may have to change R, or we may have to make R a double duty to get Central onto the list. But just remind me, I'll get Central added at the end. All right. Now, next up, we got Rabbit. Yeah, Rabbit works too. Next up, we got Lily J. Yeah, there's no T in losers. All Dawas belong to the Zoot tier. Yeah, well, like I said, most of these guys could go in multiple tiers, but we got to pick which one is most notable. So we got Lily J. Lily J, of course, known for ChatGPT. Lily J goes to the scam tier, says Dankworth. Smile to the Hories. Yes, indeed. Lily should be up there with the Beanie Man. S tier for Lily. She's a grifter. I agree. S tier for Lily J. Now, next we got Rumsey, also known as Dawah over Dunya. I don't know that much about Rumsey. Not someone who... We don't need a weird tier. That's the Zoot tier. Come on, man. Lily needs her own category. Yeah. Easy scam tier. So we got Rumsey, Dawah over Dunya. I don't know that much about him. He seems like fairly okay to me. A sophist and a runner. So you're saying he should go in liar? I mean, liar's kind of like the generic Dawah category. So I could see him in there. I could definitely see him in the L tier. Could go in the O tier for okay. Hey, you have to get Cora on that list. He's a liar and a terrible one. Yep, Paul Williams is on the list. Yeah, let's just not getting a lot of feedback, but I think L's fine. L's generic. We don't know what else to do. Just put him in L. In the liar tier. So next up, we got Lipiano, also known as the Orthodox Muslim. Where's Jabril? So Lippy, Jake Jake helped us out with Lippy, I think. He said that of all the Dawah guys, two of them have the most deranged, egotistical, cultist communities, one being Orthodox Lips, or Orthodox Muslims. Hello Hawk says Z tier. I'm inclined to put him in the E tier for egotist. So Ron Mandami should be in the S tier. Well, he's not a Dawah guy, so he's not on the list. Yes, for E tier. All right, E tier for the Orthodox Muslims. Yep, Ejaz is coming up as well. It's spelled with an I, but got a member message from Misha.
We're asking you to give a loan to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and believe me, that will be paid back in ways you can never imagine.
Who is it that would loan Allah a goodly loan so he may multiply it for him many times over?
Allahu Akbar. I love that verse. Every time we donate to projects, we're giving a loan to our Creator, the most generous, who will return it to us in this life.
Brothers and sisters, can you afford to miss out on this opportunity?
Misha says, how dare you rip of Ezra being son of God? Yeah, the E tier is not the Ezra tier, okay? Not the Ezra tier. Thank you for being a member for 13 months. Kefa triggered the stripper and Apple. The Apple did not. Let me just check on this. It's connected, so don't know why didn't get an Apple. Should be working. Let me just see. Okay, cat is the regular ones are working. Oh, okay. He didn't have the points. That's why I didn't play. Gotcha. Yes. We're doing the Dawah tier list today, everyone.
Who ate the apple?
Mad Monkey triggering Halal Hog and Aidhin Johnson triggering the apple. S for shirk. No. S is for sham. Well, shirk could work as well, of course. And O is not for one god, but obtuse or okay. So we got Fareed up. Fareed responds up next. Now I'm going to give Fareed some credit here. There's not many Dawah guys that I'm confident that actually believe in Islam, but Fareed is one of them. Fareed is a guy who I think definitely believes in Islam. And he's famous for a couple things. In my book, he's famous for starting the holes in the narrative indirectly by being the one who leaked Yasser Qadhi's emails. And don't worry, Qadhi's coming up later. He's also famous for his ingenious argument that, yes, Muhammad really split the moon, but no one noticed because they were asleep. Across the entire planet, everyone was asleep. I'm inclined to put him in the O tier. Yeah, we got a couple of people saying O. Fareed is O. L or O for Fareed. Fareed is O. I think Fareed goes to O. Yeah, I think you can take this as either okay or obtuse, your choice. But I think Fareed belongs in the O tier. So we got our first O tier here. Up next, a couple more O's. We got consensus. Fareed belongs in the O tier. Up next, channel favorite, Mufti Mink. Oh, and I was forgetting about playing people. I actually don't think I have anything from Fareed. Don't have anything from Lily J. So I think we're good. I think we're good. But next up is Mufti Mink. I, of course, have plenty of things from Mufti Mink. We'll go with this one.
So it doesn't mean we are the bottom of the log. We are actually at the top of it.
Who ate the apple?
And who ate the apple? Mufti Mink ate the apple, of course. Mufti Mink, I think, is clearly in the S tier. because this is the guy who has the most openly give me money prosperity hadith videos. So Mufti Mank, yep, S tier, best scammer, S. We all agree. Mufti Mank goes to the S tier. Next, we got Sheikh Asamel Hakim. That was a tough one. That one, I think, is a tough one.
I think we have to try it first.
He's a very fundamentalist guy, right? He's a very fundamentalist Muslim. He's definitely the kind of guy who would support killing apostates, in my opinion. We got a variety of opinions here. We got E, we got L or O. I mean, I'm kind of inclined to put him in the R tier. E could work. Ego the size of the Jupiter. I gave you two good options, Z tier. Well, two good options would go in the R tier. O or E. O with certainty. Maybe R. I don't like him at all. Bottom. Maybe R. He just fits so many categories, I guess, right? I mean, he to his credit, right? He is very authentic to the Islamic tradition. And thus he can fit pretty much any category. I'll say O. O does seem to be the most common. Yeah. He's not really ragey per se. O seems to be the most common consensus. So we'll put him in the O tier per common demand. Per common demand. He's an O. He's an O. That's what we're going to go. He does charge $100 for a phone call or something like that. But in fairness to him, he is actually qualified. Unlike, he is actually qualified to and is justified in charging for his time as a qualified sheikh. Yasser Qadi's coming. Don't worry. Yasser Qadi's coming. And don't worry, Candace is coming too. All right. So next up, not very well known here, but we got Knowledge North. And I wanted to make sure to get some of the legitimate, people who I think are like actually decent human beings, because they are so rare in Islam that I wanted to get an opportunity and get them on the list. So I got Knowledge North here. Knowledge North, I think, definitely goes in the O tier for okay. W for who is that guy? Yeah, not well known. And you'll see this as a pattern. Like the few people who I think are decent human beings, for some reason, they're just not very popular in the Dawah world. Different Candace. Candace is part of the Dawah gang. That's but funny intro. I'll explain this comment later when it comes up. But it wasn't wrong. Is Junior coming? Yes, Junior is coming. Don't worry. Junior is coming. So next up, we got Adnan Rashid. So Adnan Rashid is the one who published the list of the 30 Dawah guys who came out against Daniel. He not super notable in my mind. It's like a name that most people know, but like not people. A lot of people are familiar with his content. I'm kind of inclined to put him in the L tier just because he seems pretty generic Dawah guy. But I'm open to other opinions. L, every time I see Adnan, he is lying. Adnan just can't let stuff go. Junior's number one. Well, Junior's coming. Don't worry. L tier. R for his continuous attacks on Daniel. Adnan isn't wrapped up in scandals though either. I'm torn. Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and put him in the L tier. You know, he seems just like a pretty generic Dawah guy. Belongs in the L tier, I think. He's zooted Daniel. Yeah. Well, I want to keep the Z tier for people with actual sexual depravity because there's plenty of those. There is plenty of people with actual sexual depravity. We don't need to be saying, you know, philosophically zooted anyone. Well, we got real depravity. So plenty of that coming up. So speaking of real sexual depravity, next up on the list is Daniel Hikachu. Known for many things, for sure. Known for many things, for sure. There's no way that dude is L. You don't think Adnan should be in the L? Daniel is tough. Either L or Z. Rebecca is 30. So Daniel is known for several things. Right? He's definitely known for raging. He's definitely known for being an angry dude. But probably best known for his defense of child marriage, and second best known for laughing it up with hijab about how the revert girls take it the best. I think Daniel's got to be Z tier. Daniel's got to be Z tier. Next up, I believe this is Hashem. No, sorry, this is Hamza. This is Hamza from Hamza's Den. Yeah, everyone's agreeing. Daniel's a Z. Zoot, Daniel. Zoot. Oh, and I do have... Man, I can't believe I didn't play Daniel. I forgot to play Daniel.
You secured the female right at the beginning.
So next up, we got Hamza from Hamza's Den. Hamza hella S. I agree. Hamza, in my mind, is best known for scamming his fans with his fake fundraiser to pay off his debts. Hamza, straight into the S tier. Now we got a tough one. We got a tough one up next. S for scamming. Yes. Or son of God logic, sure. But scamming. Sham. It's really sham because it could be, you don't have to be a scammer. Although in this case, yes, you can just be a charlatan, like someone pretending to believe in Islam who doesn't. Part 4 level. Well, we're up to Ali Dawah. We're up to Ali Dawah here. Who, wherever he goes, that's the far 4 level. Okay. Ali Dawah is definitely tough. He's definitely very, like, the first thing that comes to my mind for Ali Dawah is stupidity, which would put him in the O tier for obtuse. However, S, yes, S, he could definitely be a scammer, right? Scammer, S tier, because of his prayer mats and his constant taking donations. S is good. I want to suggest R should be in consideration too, because what is Ali Dawah most famous for? Of all things, well, of course.
And we're proud of that.
Which is, of course, him celebrating the fact that they kill apostates. Yeah, king of clickbait, sham. But proud of that, rage, square triangle, stupidity, obtuse. Yeah, it's a hard one. It's a hard one. I'm gonna have to put a poll. This one I think we need a poll for, because there's just 3 good options. I gave you 3 good options. 3 good options, right? So we got O for obtuse. We got S for scammer. And we got R for rager. Proud of that. All right, I'm starting the poll. We need a poll on this one. Yeah, all he is every letter. That's the problem. All right, we can only put him in one category. Just backfired on you. Which I have that. Think it's here. Nope. But we can put this.
I made it up anyways.
He agrees, most known for being proud of unaliving AP if Sharia is imposed. R tier. Gotta vote. Scammer is accurate. I mean, they're all accurate. That's the problem. They're all accurate. What means obtuse? Obtuse, it means incredibly stupid. Dense. Yeah, we got the poll. Interesting votes in the poll here. Interesting votes in this poll for sure. Go S, go R. Scammer and obtuse. Tough, but I'll vote S. Clickbait for clickbait and donations. S is for scammer. Wait, how do we forget about his whiteboard? Oh man, we didn't even talk about the whiteboard. That could potentially put him in the Zoot category. Let me take a super chat before we wrap up the poll. So last chance to get your votes in. Super chat from Songs of Relief.
And Allah will bless you in a million ways. You find the tree will grow and you will have lots and lots of wealth. This is the example that we gave to the children. And I'm letting you know that when you sow that seed by giving, you shall receive much more than you gave by the will of Allah. Give as much as you can, for indeed you will reap much more than you have sown.
Sheikh Uthman. Kalas, my bad. Central Dawah is in the footnote. Yes. Don't let me forget about the footnote of Central Dawah that we'll get at the end. Thank you very much for the donation there, Songs of Relief. And don't worry, Sheikh Uthman is on the list. We'll definitely get to Sheikh Uthman in a little bit. But for now, we're figuring out Ali Dawah. And I did see that there was a suggestion to put him in the C tier for Crackhead Clown, which is another good example of him belonging in the R tier, right? Because when he called Christians are crackhead clowns, he's like, yeah, these Christians, these Christians, they just support Israel because they want Jesus to come back so that they can slaughter the Jews. That's why they're crackhead clown individuals, these crackhead clown Christians. However, the consensus seems to be scammer is the best. And he is the king of clickbait. That is true. He is definitely the king of clickbait.
I'm the king of clickbait.
So, looks like the poll, the people have spoken. Ali Dawah goes into the S tier. And this time, I believe we do have Hashem. Yes, we have Hashem. I did not know, to be perfectly honest, I really didn't know who Hashem was, Channel Dawah was, until the Muhammad hijab scandal happened. And for his role in the Muhammad hijab scandal, he goes straight into the Z tier for zooting. Sexual abuse is what he is now known for. Z tier for you, Hashem. Potato Sandwich agrees. Who's this bloke? Yes. Dawah Wise is his channel. He goes to Speaker Corner. He not super notable, but one of the people conspiring to cover up Muhammad hijab's sexual abuse. And then he was confronted by young Bob at Speaker's Corner, and he ran away, went to the police. They're making fun of me. Yes, he was part of the Aisha group chat. All right. Next up, we got Bro Haji. You probably haven't heard of Bro Haji. He is, and the reason why, he's a decent guy. He gets to go into the O tier here. He's a guy who calls out Dawah people for being scammers. He's one of the people who broke the Hamza's Den scam. Talked a lot about that. He calls people out for being scammers. Bro Haji belongs in the O tier. Next up, we got Sajid Lippum. Sajid's a tough one, I think. You know, he's a decent guy, so to speak. I mean, he's better than a lot of them anyway. Better than a lot of them. We got O, and we got L, and we got O. Sajid is just dumb. He's boring. Yeah. He could definitely go in the liar tier. He lies a lot. He could definitely go in the liar tier. But he's he's the kind of guy who wants to pretend Islam is peaceful, and he used to talk in a really soothing tone, so to speak, but it wasn't really very soothing. It was just annoying. I heard Sergeant Lip Balm. Joker tier. You guys are too hard on Daniel. Controversial input. Daniel, I think he probably believes in Islam, but he 100% belongs in the Z tier. I'm sorry. He belongs in the Z tier. They all need to go to L. O-ish, I think. Sajid is Western. He can't shake it off. I'm going to put him in the O for a combination of being really stupid and being inoffensive, so to speak. All right, we got Zakir Naik. We got the great Zakir Naik up next.
You want to prove the Quran wrong? It is very easy. You try it out.
So, Zakir Naik. L or O? I think S. Zakir Naik is S. Good point. This one I might have to put to a vote as well. So here's my thought. Okay, he's definitely not going O tier. So Zakir Naik is a pathological liar. He is definitely a pathological liar. Yes, he needs to go in the M category for medical doctor. So L fits. S definitely fits as well, because he had to flee India because he was indicted on fraud charges. But R also fits because he was indicted on terrorism charges as well. A couple people said E for egotist as well. He doesn't actually strike me as having that big of an ego, honestly. Most people seem to be saying S. T for terrorist. So R is where terrorist would go. So let me put this one to a poll, right? Zakir Naik. Is he more of a L liar? Or is he more of an S scammer? Or is he more of a R rager / terrorist supporter? Remember that although it was many, many years ago, remember that Zakir Naik also is famous for saying that every Muslim should be a terrorist. He's saying if being a terrorist means standing up against America, then every Muslim should be a terrorist. And as he's talking about Al-Qaeda and how Al-Qaeda is not all that bad. So yeah, he got some places to go. Junior has not been done yet. It's a tough one. Yes, Zakir Naik is definitely a tough one. Is he more of a pathological liar? Is he more of a scammer / charlatan? Or is he more of a terrorist, glazer, rager? We need a separate J for Junior category. I left Junior towards the end because I knew everyone would want to talk about Junior. See? So I purposely put him towards the end. O is for either obtuse, i.e. stupid, or okay. So the decent human beings going O. O is doing double duty. Junior has to be S tier. Junior, fresh new thing. Get your votes in now for Zakir Naik. Close votes so far. I'll take a super chat while we're doing those votes. This one from Christian Gadfly.
early, and this is indeed a sign, yet most of them are not believers. Give alone to Allah, give alone to Allah. Ride the wings of Gabriel, give alone to Allah.
Christian Gadfly, thank you very much for the donation. Says, I realize the turn here is goofy, but two debaters I actually respect are Khalil Andani and Shabir Ali. They're clear the crop, in my humble opinion. Both of them are on the list. We haven't gotten to them yet. Looks like Shabir's coming up fairly soon. They're both on the list. We will discuss them. Don't worry. I would agree. Khalil and Shabir are both excellent debaters. I'll have more thoughts on them when they come up. But for now, thank you for the donation. And the Zakir Naik poll, it looks like Liar is pulling away. Liar seems to be winning by a substantial margin now. Was pretty close, but it's moved up. Shabir, Shabby. Don't worry. Shabir's coming up, everyone. We need a G for great for Junior, or B for best. Junior's on the list. Don't worry. Damn, y'all are Islamophobes. How am I an Islamophobe? I'm rating the Dawah guys here. All right. Ending the Zakir Naik poll. Clear winner for L, pathological liar. And that is, in fact, my first thought on him as well, which is appropriate. Let's put him right next to his mentor there, Ahmed Deedat. Zakir Naik, united once again. One day, perhaps we'll be united in hell as well. In the L tier, where they belong, pathological liars. You need B for bullshitter. Not, you can't spell losers with B. Come on, man. Quit being Islamophobic. All right, we got the Muslim cowboy here. We got the. Let's see. I know I got a Muslim cowboy on here. I think right here. Yep. There we go.
This is something that goes against the required elements of the Shahada.
Zoot, yeehaw. Yeah, for some reason, right? The Muslim cowboy really does strike me as a Zoot tier individual. He did say that if it wasn't against the law, he would be happy to marry a child. He is also a scammer. I agree, right? As for being a fake former Christian, he uses it all the time. As for being a fake cowboy, as for his book on how the Bible made him a Muslim, I'm inclined to put him in the Zoot tier. Z or S? Where do we draw a line in the sand? For Zoot tier, Zoot greater than scam. He's a Z plus. Debate Libby Otto if you're so confident he would bank you. Well, that's why we got him in the E tier. We got him in the E tier because he's an egotist. Thanks for proving our point, Mole Rat. Zooted. S applies, but the consensus, and I agree, Zoot tier for the Muslim cowboy. Next up, we got Muhammad Hijab. Lies are part of his scam. Zoot tier. Muhammad Hijab, everyone. Muhammad Hijab. I got plenty of Muhammad Hijab clips here.
Are you dumb? Why are you stuttering?
Let's see. What else? What other ones do I want to play today? I mean, I got tons of them. Oh yeah. We can't have Muhammad Hijab without this.
Seriously, I want to have sex with you, dog. How?
Z. Can we have Z as a fully Zoot adds flavor? Z. Hijab in the dumbass tier. Z. Egotist or rage? Yes. So he is definitely an egotist. All right. He is definitely a rager as well, but he needs to be known for one thing. He needs to be known for the person who embarrassed all of Dawah with his sexual abuse scandal. H for hotel. E is for egotist. R is for rage. So rage, egotist, narcissist, whatever. Rage is going to be supporting terrorists, supporting death to apostates, stuff like that. We almost put Ali Dawah in there, but scamming won out for Ali Dawah. Anyway, Mohammadi job. Got to be the Z tier. Got to be the Z tier. The Happy Meal tier. M for Muta. Yeah. Hey, Morat, stop spamming about Libyana. No one gives a crap. I already put him in egotist. He's already in his category, okay? Z for zooting at the zoo. All right. Next up, we got an old favorite, Yusuf Estes. Long stopped being memorable, long stopped being notable. However, I couldn't leave him off the list. Yusuf Estes, no doubt where he goes. No,
I'm going to dive deep. It's on their website.
I accidentally hit the wrong button.
It's on their website. Don't go like this. It's on their website.
Yusuf Estes in the L tier for saying that the Catholic Church is founded by Alexander the Great. Yep. He goes in the L tier. L tier. The Catholic Church's website. Don't go like that. It's on their website. The Catholic Church says right on their website that they were founded by Alexander the Great. No. L tier for Yusuf. All right, next up, we got the Muslim mum. Not as noticeable as some people, or not as famous as some. Likes to work with Ali Dawah and Muhammad Hijab. Muslim mum goes in the R category for trying to dox and cancel Jai and Daughter of Christ. In fact, the original Jai and Daughter of Christ channel got deleted by YouTube because Muslim mum gave a bunch of fake copyright strikes to them. And when they appealed it, YouTube goofed up and said this was a false claim, which is a bannable offense, and banned them instead of the Muslim mum. Muslim mum goes in R. All right, the next one here, most of you probably have no clue why I have this little image of a couple of children here. This one I just put on the list for the lulz. This is the logo of Omar and Hannah, a extremely popular Muslim children's channel. Since they are trying to spread Islam to children, I'm going to put them straight into the L tier, because the only way to promote Islam to children is through abundant lying. Yeah, I didn't know about that one. Never heard of them, but L. 8 million subscribers. 8 million subscribers. Muslim children's channel. Do they have Momo and Zoot tunes? Side note, maybe I'll find one of their videos and react to it someday. L tier, Z for zooting. No, we're not putting the children's channel in the Z tier. No, we're not putting them there. All right. That's definitely an L. I'll give it to them. You have to give it to Islam. They are top tier propagandists, indeed. Maybe children want to hear about the cave jinn. So next up, we got Sifi. Saif. Sif. Suf. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows how to pronounce his name? Got to get him up here on the list.
You have no legs to stand on when it comes to this issue.
Or maybe we should go with this one.
He is just repeating what Sheikh Google told him.
R? You guys think Saif is an R definition of dumbass? R for sounding angry at all times. All right, so we got liar. Here's our possibilities for Saif or Sifi or syphilis. I don't know. However you pronounce it, because he doesn't even know. We got liar, we got obtuse, or we got rage. A for annoying voice. Yeah, that's true. B for boring. R for rage. Rager, he is angry. How is far for not part of this lineup? Good point. I should have put far for on there. L, R, R, R. Most likely R. E for best English. If obtuse means you can't understand them, then Sifi is the king of that tier. T for talks too much. Should I put this one to a vote? Or just put him in R? Let's put it to a vote. Let's put it to a vote. Saif. L, liar. O, obtuse. R, rager. B for best beard. All right. Poll is open. Poll is open. Liar, obtuse, or rager. Take your pick for Saif. Y for yapper. So Saif, he said, Inshallah, I will respond to all Thaddeus's 100 arguments against Islam. And then it's probably 2 years later now. He's only ever done one response video, which was the first 7 reasons, of which he responded to 0 in reality, which is why we got this emoji, right? This emoji here is for Saif. This is the straw man emoji. He straw man. Zakir al-Zut. We already got Zakir Naik on the list. He went into liar. Did he disappear? I think Saif's still around. I don't know. Saif would probably be proud of our treating, or perhaps retreating. Yeah, there are other people who claim to debunk my 100 points. I might respond to one of those videos sooner or later. For why are you voting on Saif? Let me take the super chat from Ryan Gasling.
And Allah will bless you in a million ways. You find the tree will grow and you will have lots and lots of wealth. This is the example that we gave to the children. And I'm letting you know that when you sow that seed by giving, you shall receive much more than you gave by the will of Allah. Give as much as you can, for indeed you will reap much more than you have sown.
Mufti Menk there, living up to his S tier, scamming you out of your money, saying Allah will give you much more than you give him. Don't hate now. Ryan says, scientific miracles of the Quran have been debunked. They're gone like poo into the bin, Ali Dawah says. They go into the bin like poo. Don't go to Ali Dawah's house. Apparently he puts his excrement into his trash can. I don't want to go there. It's not going to smell good if he's putting his poo in the trash can. Thank you very much for the donation, Ryan. Apple triggered by Lawful Good. Very close vote on Saif, syphilis. I don't know. Saif always types all his scripts in all caps. Obtuse is winning. We only have one person in Rager. I skin all the loans. Indeed, I am. The Islamic version of the prosperity gospel, charismatic mosque. Yeah, we call it the prosperity hadith. The prosperity hadith. It is close. In fact, even Lyra is pretty close. I'll give it just another minute. See if there's any last votes to sway. Of course, in the trash can, because you can't flush rocks. Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah, he probably is following the Sunnah and using rocks. I wish I could change my vote. What'd you vote? And what did you want to vote? I can mentally change it. Saif is R. We could also, you know what? Let's just go ahead and put Saif in R. And if you think that he's more obtuse than he is R, just than he is a rager, R is retarded now. All right. So obtuse won by a very narrow margin, but I'm putting him in R because you can just say retard if you prefer. Okay. Voted. Oh, I wish I voted out loud. Made it even closer. So I'm putting Saif in the R category. Next up, we got Dean responds. We got little Dean. L should be for Leard. Dean is a whopping L. Yeah. I'm inclined to put Dean in the L category because normal Dawah guys, you know, they lie about what the Quran says. They lie about what the Bible says. But Dean, he goes next level. Next level. He lies about what the church fathers say. Scammer. Dean no responds. Dean is a scammer. ChatGPT Dean. He could also go in the Z tier though. See, I'm broken here between L and Z, I think. Because L, he is an expert liar. But don't forget that two people were debating back and forth how to respond to Muhammad Hijab sex scandal, how to cover up for his abuse of Aisha. It was Hashem, which we already put in the Z tier, and Dean. And Dean was just utterly disgusting, saying that we need to portray Aisha as mentally ill. We need to say that she is a mentally ill person. And if you watched my video that I put out last week, when I confronted it on him, he's like, well, if she's not mentally ill, then she's a dumb woman who got what she deserved. So I think I've talked myself into Z tier here. I'm not going to put it to poll. I think he needs to go in the Z tier. I think he needs to go into the Z tier. I'm sorry. It is lying. I know people fit into multiple categories. They fit in multiple categories. You know, Allah is cursing you right now. You should stop. Oh, yes. Well, I mean, Allah doesn't seem to be very effective. I mean, if Allah is cursing me, he's doing a crap job at it. He's doing a crap job, man. But I accept all the curses of Allah because you know what? The devil can't hurt me. Shaitan can't hurt me. That's who Allah is. You see, I have something greater living in me. I have the Holy Spirit. I have God living in me. So I'm not really afraid of Allah's curses. But if you were on here, I would definitely put you in the R tier. You definitely would. No, Lano, you get an honorary mention as in the R tier. All right. So next up we got Shabir Ali. Now, Shabir. Oh, Christian. Okay, you were joking then. Whatever. I didn't actually say. If I said it was your God, I forgot. I forgot that you're a Sam Glazer. I forgot. All right. I forgot that you hate me because of Sam, not because of Allah. Anyway, we got Shabir. Now, Shabir could go two ways. Like, Shabir is a master debater, but the reason he's a master debater is because he's a master at lying. Right? He is also irrelevant. I agree. He is also irrelevant to Muslims. But so we got L tier for being very, very good at lying. But we also got O tier for being okay because he is like reasonable in comparison to most of the Dawah guys. F tier, all of them. So I'm gonna put Shabir to a poll because I don't really know. I don't. To me, Shabir is right up there with Allah for the best of all deceivers. But he is also peaceful and he does take reasonable positions. Like, yeah, the Quran is not perfectly preserved, people. Stop pretending it is. So we got L for liar, or we got O for okay. Because that's the highest praise you can get from me as an Allah guy, is being okay. So, is Shabir a liar or is he okay? Shabir is not a Muslim. Yeah. I mean, he's a Muslim of sorts. He's not Orthodox. He's not like, he's certainly not a Wahhabi or Salafi or whatever. R for retirement. Low. L. Clear L. O. Allah greater than a mouse. I agree. Wait, no. Allah is a mouse, right? Arrow pointing to mouse. I thought I was going to say he is the greatest of mice, and that's why Allah is greater than mice. But yeah, G for gravestone. Oh my, PhD in lying. And it's almost 50-50. You got to get your votes in. Every vote matters. We're very close to 50-50 on liar or okay. Oh, now L when he debated. Yeah, so like his regular like videos or his like little show, I can't even remember the name of it, but his little podcast show, he's usually pretty reasonable. When he debates though, it's full on lying every time. Neat innovator, yeah. This is 50-50. He's okay at lying. H for how's this dude alive? Let me take a super chat to give you a little more time to get votes in because we got a close one. Ryan Andrew with the super chat.
Wasting your time on social media is one of the best deeds a Muslim can do. There's a huge need for it. You know this and I know this. So that makes the reward even greater. So give generously and Allah Azza wa Jal will give you even more.
Nice Dawah poll. Not in the zoo sense. Thank you very much, Ryan, for that. And yes, this poll is definitely not a zoot poll. In fact, there's not even an option in this poll. Is Shabir a liar or is he okay? Close vote. Close vote. Let's see. Mimi is suing Tommy Robinson. Yeah, look, Muhammad Hijab fits every category, okay? He's a liar. He's obtuse. He's a scammer. He's an egotist. He's a rager. But the thing he's most notable for is being a sexual deviant. So he goes in the Z tier. Shabir looks like by a very narrow margin comes out as a liar, which is my inclination as well, by a narrow margin, to put him in the liar category. All right. Who do we got here? This is Hamza Yusuf. Hamza Yusuf. People, he tries to be, intellectual. He's one of those guys that you've probably heard his name, but you probably don't know much about him. Hamza Yusuf is an L for me. Yeah, who, right? Liar. He's kind of in the same category, to me at least, of Shabir, right? That he could go for that he's okay, he's not so bad, right? Or he could go into liar, which is just generic data category. Wrong Hamza. So was Hamza the cheating date guy? That is Hamza Sources, who is also on this list, but it's not this Hamza. L, definitely L. All right. People have spoken. Hamza Yusuf into the L tier. Next up, we got Yasser Qadhi. Yasser Qadhi. L tier. All right, everyone agreed. Everyone agrees. Hamza Yusuf is an L. Yasser Qadhi. What should we say about Yasser Qadhi?
Ultra crepidarian. I have no choice but to stoop to their level and to expose how utterly unqualified these people are. What the hell? I mean...
So Yasser Qadhi is a guy that could go into a lot of categories for sure. And we got some mixed opinion here. Big O or L. H for holes. Yes, of course, most famous for.
The standard narrative has holes in it. That's what I'm going to say.
E for egotist. O. L. S tier for the whole real estate scam. Scam City, USA, also known as Epic City. O for holes. Stoop to our level means to be honest. E for egotist, scammer, obtuse. We got a split audience on this one. We got a split audience here. I gotta put up a poll. So I didn't. There weren't many L's, I don't think. O for no one at academic level. Yeah, I'm going to leave liar off because actually Yasser Qadhi definitely is one to tell the truth, right? He's one to tell the truth a lot of the time. Not always, of course. I mean, no Muslim is going to always tell the truth, but he tells the truth a lot of the time, right? He tells the truth about there being holes in the narrative. He tells the truth about Aisha being 9 and says, oh, Muslims, Yahi, this is not the way forward. We don't pretend that Aisha was not 9. Our prophet married a very young girl, and you just need to deal with that. So we got O for obtuse, because despite all his education, he's kind of clueless on how to talk to people, right? S for scammer, i.e. Epic City. And we got E for egotist, for sure, because, I'll play a clip. I'll play a couple more clips of him while the voting is open here. I didn't really see any ragers or any zooters. So we will have those 3 options. All right, I got more clips, though, of Yasser Qadhi here. More clips of Yasser Qadhi to show him how. Here's a good example.
They are literally like blind mice grabbing at whatever they can, trying to concoct a completely bizarre narrative and then preaching some garbled rubbish to their choir, who obviously have no clue, as to right and wrong. They are utter fools who should not and cannot speak about the religion of Islam because they are a disgrace to the field of academia. And I spent literally just a few hours gathering what I could.
There he's saying it only took him a few hours to investigate what David Wood and Jay Smith and others were saying. And determined they're all idiots. So what I'm getting at here is he's really full of himself, right? He's really full of himself. Sham, right? So S is actually for sham. So also like not really following Islam falls under sham. I'd say R. Well, too late now. C for coward. S for stoop.
Anybody who is attracted to that level of depravity, frankly, I have nothing to offer.
That's him describing David Wood there.
Nobody who has an iota of humility in front of his creator, nobody who wishes to claim to follow any prophet of God would ever be so vulgar.
Again, describing David Wood.
It's not in my nature to stoop to the level of every single barking dog. I just don't do that.
Sure you don't. Sure you don't. N for never shutting up, please. I think he is just in too deep, but not in the Al-Zid sense. He's smart for a Muslim. Looks like the crowd has spoken. The crowd has spoken. Despite me trying to persuade you that he's an egotist, Scammer won by a significant margin, and barely anyone voted egotist. Scammer it is, or sham if you prefer, because he is also not very real Muslim. All right, we finally did it. We finally came to Junior, everyone's favorite. I know you guys probably have lots of opinions about Junior, right? He should go in the actual S tier for awesome, right? He should go in G for great, B for best, O for okay, or obtuse, L for liar. I'm going to have to pull authority here, right? I'm going to have to pull authority and say that Junior belongs in one place. He belongs in the Z tier because of his most recent debate, where he told apostate prophet that he needed to perform oral sex on Netanyahu, and then went and got a stuffed monkey and was stuffing the banana in the monkey's face after saying that the monkey is a bee. So he was trying to zoot. He was zooting the monkey, and he was zooting AP by consequence. If you want to see more on the zooted monkey, tune into David Wood tonight. We'll be doing a debate review of that debate. Please link this clip. Tonight, all will be revealed. All will be revealed. Actually, I'll give you a small little taste. I'm gonna have to change my screen share, but I'll give you a small little taste of what is to come tonight with Junior. All right. I wasn't planning on doing this, so give me 1 second. I gotta load it up. All right, I got that. So now I can share it. That has been loaded up.
Uh-oh.
All right, this is just a little taste of what we'll be talking about tonight over on David Wood.
Time, we'll kick it back over.
This is you going to Israel, and this is Netanyahu giving you a $7,000 check. He opened the banana for you.
Okay, Junior. Let's keep this debate formal.
Put it in your mouth. You understand?
Okay.
This is your Israel trip summary right here. You put it in your mouth and make sure you're eating. Make sure
You see this, right? This is how it always goes. The pro-Palestine side and the Palestine side, when faced with any kind of correction or information, they choose.
So even his fellow Muslim there telling him to stop, stop, stop. And he doesn't stop. He doesn't stop. I got 5.5 minute clip here. Whole thing will air tonight on David Wood on Apologetics Roadshow. Tune in for the zooting of monkeys. Brought to you by the one and only Junior. So into the Z tier for Junior. All right. Who is this guy here? This is the Muslim Lantern. Muslim Lantern. Well, sorry, I should take the comments about Junior first. The Al-Zoot didn't stop either. Yes, it just kept going, man. It just kept going. Monkey. Oh, yes. And sorry, I got to play this. I'm going to have to play this again later, but I need to play it now as well. Can't wait for that stream. Got to buy my popcorn. Apologetics Roadshow in, I don't know, like 4.5 hours or so, probably. play the clip of Junior's partner saying Hamas is based. D for dark. All right. Anyway, Junior samples. we got Muslim Lantern. So I don't actually know very much about Muslim Lantern. He says you're all crazy. I speak monkey. Lantern is D for Dawah script. Islam Critique is still around. He makes videos occasionally. I think that B for boring. Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry. Thank you. I had reshared it, but I hadn't put it on the screen. Thank you for that. List is back up now. Muslim Lantern. We could put him in liar, generic, right? But we also, I think he's a pretty dimmest lantern in the store. I think that he's a pretty big egotist. I could be wrong. He was implicated by Malik. That is true. I would put Lantern on L for liar because he lied about the Islamic to Leonard. Nice beard. Malik snitched on Lantern, qualifying him for Z tier. Liars are all of them. Liar. Egotist for copyright striking his debate with God Logic. Well, I'd probably put him in the R tier, actually, right? I'd probably put him in the R tier for that. Put him by Saif. Where did I put Saif? Oh, yeah, I put him in the R tier. Also a beggar, so S2. See, he's qualifying for all of them. You see, it's a problem. It's a problem. If he copyrighted striked God Logic, I'm gonna have to put him in the Rager category, though. I'm gonna have to put him in the Rager category. Because that's not cool. That's not cool. It's a tough one, but you know, someone's got to make a decision, so I'll put him in there. I'll put him there. R for sure. Rager works. I can see to him being an R. I think he qualifies for them all. Yeah. Yeah. Rager for being copyright striking and so our loser. Yep. All right. Consensus reached. All right. We got, let's see, what is his real name again? Imran something or other. What is Imran Mansour, better known as Dawah Man. Dawah Man. This channel, Animal Planet channel, yes. When Junior's on, yes. All right, we got Dawah Man. Now, the first thing that'll come to your mind for Dawah Man is R, and I'm cool with R. I'm cool with R, but there is something else you need to consider. So, and someone put it in right away as well. There's two things that Dawah Man is known for. One is for raging in the mosque, and raging in general. I do have one clip of him on my soundboard.
I'm here to talk to you about the danger of a woman.
But you also need to know that he is the semen guy, as Stephen Horstman says here. He did a video saying that atheists should drink their dad's semen. Why? Because they don't have any morals and it's good protein or something. So, yes, women are scary. What? Semen guy? So we got Zoot tier and we got Rage tier. I mean, he of all the people on the Dawah scene, he's probably the one most known for Rage. But also you got the semen video. You got the semen video, and it's a general obsession with saying that women are sluts and stuff. He's also known for saying that jinn will rape women who are not covered up. Him and his buddies did a video on how Muslim or Muslima YouTubers are sending themselves to hell because men will masturbate to their pictures. So we got Rage and we got Zoot, and they're both perfect fits for him. So I'm going to have to do a poll on this one. Dawah Man, Rager or Zoot? Rager or Zooter? oh, this guy, he's horrible. Zoot. Zoot tier. While you guys are voting on whether he's a Rager or a Zooter, gifted memberships from Nissan Attic.
We're asking you to give a loan to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and believe me, that will be paid back in ways you can never imagine.
Who is it that would loan Allah a goodly loan so he may multiply it for him many times over?
Allahu Akbar. I love that verse. Every time we donate to projects, we're giving a loan to our Creator, the most generous, who will return it to us in this life.
Brothers and sisters, can you afford to miss out on this opportunity?
Can you afford to miss out on this opportunity? I don't think you can. You'll be very sad indeed if you miss out on the opportunity. Nissan Attic, thank you very much for the gifted membership. Seems to be a strong consensus. I could leave it open. Usually I wait till there's more votes, but the consensus is overwhelming. Dawah Man into the Z tier.
I'm here to talk to you about the danger of a woman.
Alrighty. Next up, we got Omar Suleiman. Omar is another one of these guys that you've probably heard the name, but you probably don't really know much of anything about it. Uthman has not been done yet. Uthman is coming up. He has not been done yet. As for Suleiman, indeed is where Suleiman is going to go because he plagiarized his PhD dissertation. Scammer for Suleiman. Next up, we got a favorite of everyone. This one will be obvious where he goes. We got Paul Williams, blogging theology, on a background of a pride flag, going straight into the Z tier. No explanation necessary for Paul Williams. If anyone is a Zooter, Paul Williams is a zooter. Super zoot. Zooty pretty. G for gay. G tier. Paul is a Z. Straight to the Z tier for Paul Williams. Now we got Hamza Sortsis. I have a video on my channel from a while ago where Hamza is known for a few things. He's known for being a former proponent of the scientific miracles, and then abandoning that long before Ali Dawah abandoned it. Paul Williams said that the scientific miracles is a bad argument and Muslims shouldn't use it. I have a video on my channel where he's trying to prove that everyone worships someone, and it's years ago, so he was talking about Justin Bieber, and he's like, these girls, they're so obsessed, they would have like collected sweat and stuff, and it's like, yep, you're right, they definitely worship him. What does it say about your prophet? So if you're interested, look for Muslim apologist proves that Muslims worship Muhammad. One of my favorite videos of all time. He keeps saying, this is Amana. This is worship. But he also is a guy who is a close friend of Muhammad Hijab, and a guy when the Ashley Madison leak happened. So Ashley Madison was a website where men could sign up to cheat on their wives and such. He was revealed as having multiple accounts on that website during that leak. So I'm inclined to put him into the Z tier. And look at that. The Z tier has gone to a second row. There's just too many Zooters in Islam. And we're not done yet. We're not done yet. We got at least one more person who's definitely going in the Z tier. Oh, S or Z. Oh, yeah. Sorry. The poll is still open on Dawah Man. Sorry about that. Close that down now. IP in the house. Why is Christian Apologist Jr. on the list? Yeah. Well, you know, he did zoot a monkey. He did zoot a monkey, so had to put him on the list. All right, next up, we got Khalil Andani. And I think I don't really need to ask you about Khalil. Khalil's a good guy, right? Khalil's probably best known for humiliating Jake, the so-called metaphysician, in the debate where he forced Jake to admit that Allah descends. But then Jake was like, but I have no idea what descends means, right? Khalil, he's a good guy. He goes into the O tier for okay. Now, this comment from earlier becomes relevant. Cheaper than Candace. So this is Candace Darkins. You probably don't know who that is. Also known as the blonde Muslim. You probably still don't know who that is because she's not super relevant. But I've done a couple videos on her. She made a video about how she was reverting to Islam, and then she immediately starts doing videos like defending the marriage to Aisha, and she found Muhammad in the Bible, unknowingly quoting a passage about Satan, said that she found Muhammad in the Bible. She is available for sale, not in the Zoot sense, I think, maybe also in the Zoot sense, but she, a woman who accentuates her looks, wears tons of makeup, is available for counseling on the finer points of Islamic theology. Candace, blonde Muslim, straight into the S tier, clear sham, clear charlatan, clear she doesn't believe the crap that she promotes. Most obvious scammer, right? Most obvious scammer I have ever seen in my life. Oh, shoot. That reminds me of who else I left on the list. Except I can't remember his name now. That moron who's like, I'm going to read the Quran, and 1 year from now I'll decide whether I convert or not. No, not Sneeko. Sneeko's not a Dawah guy. I know who Sneeko is. Bobby's perspective. I got to get Bobby's perspective on this list. I'll get Bobby's perspective added here in a second. He's got to be on the list. He's got to be on the list. Yes, Bobby's perspective. Bobby, you're good. But we're not on Bobby yet. We still got a few more to go through. Before we get to the ones that people brought up that I hadn't thought to put on the list. I'm not going to put Sneeko on, or Andrew Tate, or Mum Donnie, like someone said. I want to restrict it to people who are like actually connected to Dawah. Now, I did put Sheikh Azam al-Hakim on, and I did put Mufti Menk on, and they're not strictly speaking Dawah guys, but they're connected to the scene. Andrew Tate would be a Z tier if he was on, for sure. He'd be in the Z tier. Although, I mean, he is also a complete sham, but still Z tier. It's Andrew Tate. Come on. And Sneeko is more genuine, right? He's more genuine than Tate. He would have to go Z tier. Lily J should be on the list multiple times. All right. Anyway, we got Ajaz Ahmed, best known for doxing Christians, or doxing one particular Christian and his sister during a debate. Also known for whining and crying constantly on Twitter about how he's sick and he needs money and whatnot. So scammer would apply, but for his doxing, R tier for a rager. I'm actually surprised we get so few egotists, honestly. All right, we got Sheikh Uthman. Rage doxer, R tier. You guys are all right. Ajaz is the R tier. We got Sheikh Uthman. The K needs the K tier for ketchup. Sheikh Uthman, 100% a liar. 100% obtuse. He is a sheikh who mispronounces almost every word he speaks in Arabic. Scammer, 100% scammer. Best known, of course, for his fake hate crime. Egotist, oh, you bet he's an egotist. I challenge everyone to a debate. I'm not going to show up to it, but I challenge everyone to a debate. Rager, maybe. I think he gets a little bit, but I mean, on this list, less. And then, of course, Z, a guy known for zina, right? A guy known for stealing another Muslim's wife. Fake stabbing, footnote, seems like scam tier, LSE or Z, Uthman. He goes in the S tier. 100% a scammer. This guy does not believe in Islam. And he has scammed his fans. And he has scammed fellow Muslims. And he has scammed the ketchup store. He didn't even pay for that ketchup he bought. S tier for Uthman. Now we got Menj. We got MENJ, because he says his name isn't really Menj. Uthman could have definitely gone in a Z for wife stealing, but he's more of a scammer than anything else. Menj is an easy one. Menj is Z. I need not elaborate. Z for Menj. Z, he is a pedophile. People know. For those who don't know, Menj was arrested in Indonesia or Malaysia. I forget which one, whichever one he's from. I think Malaysia, under the suspicion that he had child pornography on his computer. It does appear he was never charged, but as Menj says, the police are corrupt here. Yeah, so you paid him off. Congratulations. He apparently had illegal material on his computer. Menj, M-E-N-J, however you want to say it, the Muslim apologist, straight into the Z tier, straight into the Z tier. And by the way, in addition to having illegal material on his computer, this guy writes some really disturbing fiction, like masochist stuff, right? Whipping stuff. He is, yeah. P for prison is where he belongs, for sure. Menj, clear Z tier. Next up, we got the Warner. Obviously, we all know where the Warner goes. We all know where the Warner goes. Mr. Illuminati, Mr. Threesome, Mr. I'll watch while you're running trains on girls. Straight into the Z tier. We got one person left here, but he has to be last. I have to do him last. So we'll have to get our other people on the list here. I got Central Dawah up. Central Dawah, everyone. What do you think about Mr. Central Dawah? I already know where he's going to go, but I'm buying time. So I want to hear your opinions, because I got to save a picture of Bobby's perspective so I can add him to the list. Let's see what people are saying. Let's see what people are saying about Central Dawah. R, that he's a clown. R for run. R for racist. Rage, whopping R. Central Dawah is R for threatening AP. R. You all are correct. Central Dawah, straight into the R category for being a raging racist. This is a guy, and I'm not going to repeat the words he said. But this is a guy who was getting humiliated in a debate on TikTok with someone who was modestly dark-skinned. And he says, shut up, fill in the blank, get back on the slave ship. This guy is as R as they come. All right, we got Bobby's perspective. He definitely fits in Zoot, okay? Bobby's perspective definitely fits in Zoot. He is a sick, demented freak. Can we get that clip out? I put it on Twitter. Or if you want to see Central Dawah, look at my recent tweets. I put it there. I'm not repeating it. Bobby's perspective. He is very into abusing women. He is a very disgusting individual. However, he is also the king of grifters. The king of grifters. This is the guy who's like, I'm going to read the Quran. I am a devoted Christian who's going to read the Quran and see what happens. I'm going to take my time, guys. I'm going to study it for a year and see what happens. And then he posts video after video reacting to the stupidest, most idiotic videos by Muslims. You know, like, this tree is bent. Oh my gosh, this is really interesting. Are trees worshiping Allah? Then recently, he posted a GoFundMe for himself. But he didn't post a GoFundMe for himself. he posted, he said he had to keep it a secret. He said, I have something special for my fans I have to keep secret. He said, if you want the secret cool thing that I have for you, you got to go to my store and buy it. And what did you get when you bought his little item that cost $10 or $20? What, pounds, actually 10 pounds or 20 pounds. I forget which one, which is, 1.5 times as much dollars. You got a link to his GoFundMe. S tier for him. I'm 100% comfortable with putting him in the Z tier, but no one is a bigger scammer. No one is a bigger scammer than Bobby's perspective. Mr. Krabs level greed. I agree. He's got to go in the S tier. All right. Before I get to this last individual down here, this last guy who hasn't made it onto the list yet, he's last for a reason. He's last for a reason. Is there anyone else that you think I should put on this list? We had to add Central, and we had to add Bobby's perspective live here. But I can add another. John Fontaine, I thought he was too boring and irrelevant. I can add him if you want. I mean, there are other people I know about that aren't on this list. But if people want John Fontaine, we can get John Fontaine. That's not a problem. He was pretty entertaining in his debate on the Islamic dilemma. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Let's get John Fontaine on the list. Why not? Why not? Now, to be perfectly honest, the only thing I know about John Fontaine is his debate with David. I'm inclined to put him in the L tier. And I'm inclined to put him in the L tier unless people have other thoughts. Is that in your Bible, David? It should be a soundbite. Yes, that is true. Is that in your Bible? It's quite a notable moment. And I did actually put that on the most notable moments of 2025. L tier, O tier, L tier, L tier, L for him. Bo Rudder just tuning in. We got the L tier for liars. We got the O tier for obtuse. We got the S tier for shams. So people who are, O can also be okay. So some of these people are okay. Actually, most of these people are okay. That was more common. Most of them are okay. So these are like the decent human beings for the most part are on the O tier. S for sham. That could be like a fraud, a charlatan, or it could be scamming their fans out of money, or both. E for egotist. I mean, in fairness, almost all the Dawah guys go on the E tier, but it's not the defining characteristic of most of them. So only 2 people ended up on the E tier. R for rage. So these are people who are supporting violence or supporting actions to get other people taken down. And then Z tier for zooting, the sexual deviance. Right? Any kind of sexual deviance goes on the Z tier. What tier is Zakir Naik at? I assume we also had Zakir Hussein, but I assume you mean Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik is on the L tier for being a pathological liar. Yemeni, a guy named Kenyan Mims seems to be getting popular. I don't know who that is. I don't see any other thoughts on. Oh, here's a couple more. Seems L. Aren't John Fontaine and Hamza? Which Hamza? We got 3 Hamzas on the list. Anyway, John Fontaine in the L tier. And actually, I'm not sure I did have Zakir Hussein. I thought I did. No, I actually didn't get Zakir Hussain on the list. Let me get Zakir Hussain on the list. Zakir Hussain, best known for his debate with Michael Brown on Muhammad in the Bible. He is considered their top guy. He's generally considered their top guy on Muhammad in the Bible. That's all I know about him. I'm inclined to put him in the okay tier. He seems like a reasonable guy. He doesn't seem to be like too terrible in comparison. But want your thoughts as well? On Mr. Zakir Hussain, E tier for egotist? Could be. A male version of Lily J. Oof, that's not good. I don't think he's a scammer. I mean, I don't think he's a scammer. Now, he might make equally bad arguments as Lily J. Oh, you might have been referring to that guy on. Yeah, I think you were referring to this Canyon Mims when you said male Lily J. Daniel Pikachu up there. Yep, Daniel is under the Z tier for sure. Paul Williams is Z tier. Already put him there. Jonas Holmes is stunt double. Not seeing much on Zakir Hussain. I'm just going to put him in the O tier. People don't seem to have any strong opinions about him. O tier for you, Zakir Hussain. Is Junior represented? Yep, Junior is on the Z tier for what he did to a poor defenseless monkey over a few days ago. Rick, I miss Junior. Well, if you want to see Junior, tune in tonight when David Wood and I, and possibly AP and Issa, I'm not sure if they're going to attend or not. They were invited, but AP and Issa were invited to review their debate with Junior and some other guy named Julian on who is worse, Israel or Hamas, in which Junior got the brilliant idea to grab a stuffed monkey and shove a banana into its mouth after telling AP that he should perform oral sex on Netanyahu. What time? About 4 hours from now, I believe. I believe it'll be about 4 hours from now. I love that we have our favorite Dawah guys as like being fans of a train wreck. All right, so last on the list, and that is very much where he belongs. It'll be on Apologetics Roadshow. The debate review will be on Apologetics Roadshow. Nadir Ahmed, totally irrelevant to any Dawah guy. Totally pointless, but he belongs on this list. He belongs on this list. Very last on the list. Very last on the list is where Nadir Ahmed belongs. Nadir Ahmed is L 100%. Nadir Ahmed, best known for two things. His debate years and years and years ago with David Wood on whether Islam was a violent religion or not, in which he started the debate by going, David, the Quran doesn't say that. I got it right here. I'm going to go to the verse. Fight those who believe not in Allah or his messenger. Huh. He was acting, but acting or not, it's the stupidest thing that's ever been done in the history of debates, is to pretend that you didn't know that the Quran says to fight the unbelievers. And he goes on, and he doesn't just say that. He goes on for like 3-4 minutes with this little act. And then eventually says, oh, but wait a minute. I forgot about the hadith. And then he goes to a passage from the biography of Muhammad from Ibn Ishaq that Muslims normally say is completely unreliable. And in the last portion of the debate, once he finally said what he's talking about, David just reads the whole passage, and it's as violent as anything else. Wacky Quacky. Yes, we got the Wacky Quacky animation on this channel for Nadir. The other thing Nadir is most known for is getting on with Michael Brown, right? He sent a letter saying, we'd like to have our scholar talk to you about the meaning of the Hebrew phrases. So he goes on Michael Brown, a guy who knows Hebrew inside and out, to try to tell him what the Hebrew of the Bible means, and was utterly humiliated there as well. So we could go with liar, or we could go with O for obtuse. Also, the other thing Nadir is known for is during a debate constantly putting out more debate challenges. Let's debate that too. Let's debate that too. Yeah, Michael Brown, Dr. Michael Brown with a PhD in Semitic languages, was going to get schooled by Nadir Ahmed. So I think it's between L for liar and O for obtuse. Both of them fit him very well. I don't know which one fits him better. So that is up to you guys, which one fits him better. While you guys are voting on that, I'll take a super chat from Songs of Relief.
I'm on the bottom tier. Z is for zealous.
Z? Z? Yeah, good point. I'm going to end that poll. I'm going to start a new one. Because some people raised a good point. Thank you, Songs of Relief, for that second super chat. And yes, Muhammad Hijab is definitely on the bottom tier in the Al Zoot sense. But Weird Stuff says, E! And yes, Nadir does have a giant ego, even though he definitely should not. Even though he's the most irrelevant Dawah guy in the history of Dawah, he definitely has a giant ego. So I'm restarting the poll. Liar and obtuse are remain options. But a good case could be made for egotist as well. But, he says, Z for Zooted. Zooter delight. Nadir doesn't belong in the Z category. He is not a Zooter. He is not a Zooter. Let me take another super chat since you guys need time to vote on the new poll from Cosmic Nut. Or sorry, Comic. Not there's no S there. I can't read. Comic Nut.
Every single person that donates, inshallah, you're going to get a reward. You know what? Forget donate. Invest. You invest in your hereafter. Forgive me for pranking you guys, but I had to. Yeah, I'm the king of clickbait. Goodbye.
Dawah Man thinks all women are dirty and wants dudes to drink that. Yeah. Translation. Closet case. Yeah, I think he might be a secret Zooter himself, just like Malik here at the top of the chart, just like Warner at the bottom of the chart, just like Paul Williams in the middle of the chart. Zooter, 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 Zooter. What do we got here? Ooh, tough vote. All right, no one's voting for obtuse. It's a close vote between liar and egotist. Very close between liar and egotist for Nadir. If it remains this close, I may have to break the tie, so to speak. Is there a positive position to be? Yeah, so O is okay for the most part. I think everyone on this is relatively okay. So O is probably where you want to be in reality. You should tiebreaker without O. You guys want a third vote? L has pulled away a little bit since I said that. It was like 44 to 42. It's now 49 to 41. Obtuse retards. Email Al and Eric and ask them if they would. Ask them, won't they think to break tie? Dim-witted. Liar is winning. I'm actually inclined to put him in egotist, though, because this is a guy who goes around sending emails, pretending that some organization that doesn't exist wants to send their great debater, right? Send their great scholar to debate people. I mean, he is a liar. That's a given. You know what? I'm going to ignore the poll. Nadir, we need some company in the E tier. Welcome to the E tier, Nadir. Yeah, he just wants to be on stage. All right, we got our Dawah list here. Great scholar. Very fair. Thaddeus goes in the O's. Yes. I guess I get to be in the okay tier. L for me for going against the poll. I mean, it is my tier list. I'm just asking for your feedback. I hadn't even really considered egotist, but then people, because I mean, to me, Nadir is just like so stupid, right? But then people, when I suggest, I was like, you know what? That actually fits him better. Let me take a super chat from John Wilson.
How dare you put me on the Z tier? I'm the king of all these goofs. Do you want me to thump my chest to prove it, or will you run away?
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. You know, we should probably move Hijab over. We should probably move him over to be the top dog in the Z tier. Oh, and it was covered up there. Thank you very much for the super chat, John. Muhammad Hijab, where he belongs, at the top of the Z tier. And let's put Paul Williams at the bottom of the Z tier where he belongs. Since he's the only one that openly is in the Zoot tier. All right, let's review. What we learned today. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Muslims in the L tier for liar. Most notably, of course, we got Ahmadinejad and Zakir Naik, the original liars, in there. We got Shabir in there. Interestingly, that we have all the classic debaters, right? You got Ahmadinejad, who is classic debater. You got Shabir Ali, considered by many Christians to be the best Muslim debater. And you got Zakir Naik with a reputation for being an amazing debater who never actually debated anyone and still got that reputation somehow. Interesting that the debaters end up in the L tier. Got the kids program, Omar and Hannah in the L tier as well, and a few less notable individuals. In the O tier for okay, we got Fareed. Yeah, you know, I give credit to Fareed. He is, I don't know why he believes in Islam, but he does. He believes it. And he handles the evidence fairly to the extent that any Muslim could. I give him credit. We got Sheikh Asim al-Hakim. People decided he was okay. That one we put to a vote, I think, and people decided he was okay, relatively speaking, compared to, actual Dawah guys. Knowledge North, good guy. I like him. Tries to stand for what's right. Bro Haji also tries to stand for what's right. Good guy. Both have tiny little insignificant audiences. I wonder why. We got Sajid Lippam. I don't like him. He's annoying, but he does belong in this category. He's pretty obtuse. He's pretty tame. He's a nice guy. He doesn't want anyone hurt. He's okay. Khalil Andani, probably the smartest Muslim, which is why he's not. Which is why he's not a Salafi, which is why he believes in a philosophical Islam that most people on this list would probably consider heresy. Destroyed Jake on philosophy. Good guy. Zakir Hussain, boring, but seems to be upstanding. Put him in there, the O tier. In the scammers, we got lots of the big names here in the scam tier. Lily J, Mufti Mank, Ali Dawah, Hamza's Den, Bobby's Perspective, Sheikh Uthman, Yasser Qadi, Omar Suleiman for faking his PhD, and the blonde Muslim Candace Starkins for being the second most obvious scammer in human history behind only Bobby's Perspective. On the E tier, Jake, who started this whole thing, Orthodox Muslim, whose fans were spamming this tight, proving my point, saying how great he is, and Nadir. The Ragers, the R tier, we got Muslim Mom, we got Sifi, who was also put in this category for rage / retardation. We got Ajaz. We got Central Dawah, who was put in for racism in addition to rage or raging with racism. You know, either or. And then we got Muslim Lantern for false copyright strikes. And finally, the Zoot tier, the majority of the Muslims. Well, I mean, not strictly speaking majority, but the plurality of the Dawah guys end up in the Z tier with Muhammad Hijab at the top, where he belongs, because he's top Zoot. He's the OZ, the original Zooter. And we got Paul Williams at the bottom, where he belongs, being zooted. Inside, we got many people. Malik, of course, needs mention. We got people who are open pedophiles. We got people who are closeted pedophiles. We got people who openly abuse women. We got people who are closeted abusers of women. We got people who abuse monkeys. Yes, we have our entry for Zoot Bestiality with Junior and his abuse of the monkey. Tune in tonight for more on the abuse of monkeys, only on Apologetics Roadshow. One more super chat from Songs of Relief.
Who ate the apple? You ate the apple. The whole apple. Yes, the whole apple. You ate it. But a small seed, you left it. You put it back into the earth. What happened? Allah, through His power, caused that to grow and to give you how many apples? Thousands.
Thousands of apples, everyone. Thousands of apples. I've got to go, but wanted to mention Cenk Uygur in case he's not on the waiting list, aka Chunk Yogurt. I think he's the R-est R that ever R'd. He could definitely go on Rage. We got to consider the Z tier. He's not a Dawah guy, so he's not going to really go on the list, obviously. But we would have to consider the Z tier. After all, this is the guy who said, I think bestiality should be legal as long as you're the one giving the pleasure to the animal. As long as the animal is the one being pleasured, I think that bestiality should be legal. Yeah, that's a Z tier, people. That's a Z tier. That is not an R tier. However, since you brought him up, his nephew, Hassan Piker, now that's an R tier. That is an R tier there. R tier raging freak. If he was a Dawah guy, Hassan would be R tier for sure. You know, you might think S tier for shock my dog, but no. R tier for rage. Rage against dogs, rage against people, rage, 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 rage all day. How can I be okay? Terrorist glazing as well, as was pointed out. Hassan would be the Rest R tier that ever R'd. R tier for dog electrocution. Muhammad Hijab is definitely the E-est E that ever existed. Problem is, he has to go in the Z tier, right? He has to go in the sexual abuse tier. I mean, he's a raging egotist, but he's a sexual abuser. He's got to go in the Z tier. Z tier. He won't fit in the E tier. He's too big. He's too tall for the E tier. He's too tall for Mubahala, and he's too tall for the E tier. Well, now you need to do a tier list for non-Dawah Muslims. And yeah, like a lot of these guys, he fits in multiple tiers. Hijab fits in all. In fact, he's probably so tall that he spans from the top to the bottom. Maybe I'll do that. All right, maybe I'll clip this down and make a standalone video, and I'll just make Muhammad Hijab's icon so big that it spans all the tiers. Too shirtless for the year too. He's not too sexy for his shirt's too sexy for him. Do it. Yeah, I like that idea. If I make a clipped version of this, Muhammad Hijab is going to be so big that he spans all the tiers. Oh, we got to get some more Muhammad Hijab up here.
If the trajectory continues as it is,
I will fill all the tiers. I will fill all the tiers. There will only be one Dawah guy. That will be me, Muhammad Hijab.
We can't take you seriously, which is something you can't fathom. Let's do a mubahala. Bro.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't think I had a Sheikh Uthman clip, so I didn't play it. But I do have a Sheikh Uthman clip on my soundboard.
If you're scared, I'll get you a little niqab, a little face covering, so you can keep your little pretty face off the line.
Sheikh Uthman. Oh, by the way, did you notice the photo I used for Sheikh Uthman? I mean, I know it's small on your screen, but did you notice the photo I used for Sheikh Uthman? Staring down at his bloody hand. Yeah, you want to get fake stabbed? You gotta wear your niqab. You gotta wear your niqab, face covering. He should have worn the niqab. Yeah. Triggering Yusuf. Yes, we do have Dhul Qarnayn Yusuf on the list. We do have Muhammad Hijab that you can trigger as well. Got all my friends, all our Dawah buddies on the list here today. If you disagree with this list, be sure. Yeah, I didn't put Mansour on the list. Yeah, I didn't consider him relevant. Honestly, I didn't consider him relevant, and I don't know anything about him other than his name being funny. I don't really know anything about him. He is one of the three guys who was with Dawah Man, though, right? One of the two other guys with Dawah Man who was saying that the Muslimas who put their faces on social media will go to hell because men masturbate to them, right? I think he was. Mansour is a runner-up. We might have to review this list at a later date and see if any of the ratings have changed. New Dawah guys come onto the scene. Lily J is higher than Central Dawah. Well, if you're just tuning in, it's not really you're better at the top, although it might look that way since Ahmadinejad and Zakir Naik are at the top and Shabir's at the top. But L is for liars. O is for okay. This is the tier that you'd actually want to be identified as, I think, among these tiers. S is for shams or scammers. E is for egotistical maniacs. R is for ragers, people who are known for attacking people not in their arguments, right? Doxing, copyright striking, or just people who yell all the time like Saif. And Z tier is for zooting. So these are all the sexual deviants. And strangely enough, what is our conclusion here? What is our conclusion here? Well, what is Islam most known for? Zooting. Zooting. Sexual deviancy gets more guys than anyone else. Tied for second are liars and scammers. And some people are okay, some people are angry, some people are egotists. But what is Islam? Zooting, scamming, and lying. Zooting, scamming, and lying. That's Islam, according to our list here. Chronic rage rapists. Yep, I did get Central Dawah. I remember to put that on the list. Weird stuff saying Mimi and Lily are kings of the losers. When I said Lily, I meant Ali Dawah. So you're saying I should move Ali Dawah over to the top of the S list? He's top scammer. I mean, no. I mean, if we're doing that, then Bobby's got to be top scammer. Got to be top scammer. We'll put Ali Dawah on bottom scammer, right? Bottom scammer for Ali Dawah. Let's do that to the rest. So top liar. Top liar. What do you think? What do you think? Who's the top liar? Zakir Naik, Ahmadinejad, Yusuf Estes. Top liar. Who's the top liar? Well, Nadir is the top liar, but he's not in the liar category, so he can't be there. D-Dot, let's do D-Dot. Let's do D-Dot since he's the OG. Next got to move because he needs to stay next to him. And I'm going to put the kids program, Omar and Hannah, as the bottom liar. All right. Top O guy. I'm going with Bro Haji. Bro Haji's a good guy. He's calling out Muslim scams. He gets to be in the top of the O category. And Sajid gets to be on the bottom O because he's just so intolerable to listen to. Okay guy or not, he's just so intolerable to listen to, the way he talks and stuff. Ugh, man. Top scammer, Bobby's perspective. Bottom scammer, Ali Dawah. Top egotist is definitely Jake. He gets to stay there. Bottom egotist is definitely Nadir. Gets to stay where they are. Top rager. Oh, no. Wait. It's hard for me to decide what the bottom is and what the top is, actually, here. Yeah, I'm going to have to put Central Dawah. It's like, does Central go at the top or the bottom for being a racist freak? I guess that puts him at the top. I don't know. And then Saif gets, if I'm saying that makes him the top, then Saif gets to be the bottom ranger because he's just so, like, of all the voices in Dawah, there's a pattern here, actually, right? Who is hard to listen to? Just not their content, not what they say, just their voice. Who's hard to listen to? Sajid, Ali Dawah, Saif. Hey, it's a pattern. And of course, we already did the Z tier, where Muhammad Hijab gets to be top zooter, and Paul Williams as an open zooter gets to be bottom zooter, of course. All right, list is complete. Mimi is definitely top zooter, indeed. Last super chat from Potato Sandwich.
The Prophet personally verified what the nisters were and which topologists are in which tiers while he was alive.
Yeah, that sounds about right for Zaka Naik. I mean, the GO topologist. That is definitely the kind of stuff that he would make up. I don't mind Sajid. So his voice itself is not that annoying, but the way he talks, man, to me anyway, the way he talks, where he's like, I'm going to refute the Islamic dilemma. I'm going to refute the Islamic dilemma. Guys, this is a book. Books have pages in them, and pages have words. Those pages are made out of plant fibers. This is how I refute the Islamic dilemma, by giving you the definition of a book. In case you didn't catch it, a book is a collection of paper with words printed on those pages. Those pages are made out of wood fiber. Some of the words on the page support my point. This word right here is the. That's spelled T-H-E. The is a very important word. And so on and so forth. The dude did like 6 videos responding to the Islamic dilemma. And I don't think he even got to the Islamic dilemma by the end of the series. It was all background material, starting with what is a book. Seriously, I'm not making this up. He explained what a book is. I guess because, because the Quran says people are the book. So he had to explain what a book is. Takeaway for today, we need Jesus. Amen to that. Weird Stuff says, I'd say top of all, and Yasser Qadi's top scammer with Epic City. Yusuf Estes is top L. I mean, there's so many good scammers. There's so many good scammers. But to me, it's Bobby's perspective. I'm sorry, but to me, it is Bobby's perspective. And yeah, so like the ones at the top are like the ones that are like, really known for that thing and that thing only. Whereas the ones at the bottom are the ones that are like difficult to listen to, except for the Zoot tier. That one bottom just had to be the guy who likes to be on the bottom. I mean, that's all there is to it. Mad Monkey says, happy birthday to the one and only Abfool tier list. Yes, this is the first birthday of the Abfool tier list. Will there be a second birthday? Or, a first anniversary of the birthday? So in common parlance, first day. So Mufti Abu Laif, I didn't put on the list because he's not a Dawah guy. However, he'd definitely go in the O tier. He'd definitely be in the OK tier. He's a good guy. I like him. But I didn't put him on the list because he's not really a Dawah guy. Jack Gray with 5 gifted here at the end.
And Allah will bless you in a million ways. You find the tree will grow and you will have lots and lots of wealth. This is the example that we gave to the children. And I'm letting you know that when you sow that seed by giving, you shall receive much more than you gave by the will of Allah. Give as much as you can, for indeed you will reap much more than you have sown.
Jack Ray with 5 gifted. Thank you very much, Jack Ray. Yes, Lily J is definitely there. She's definitely somewhere. If you missed the list, be sure to watch the rest of the video. If you didn't like the video, be sure to like it. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe. Thank you all for your financial support. Greatly appreciated. It's been a while since I had done a live. I've been busy on David Wood, busy dealing with Malik, the failed rapper, turned failed snitch, turned failed doxer. I think this was a fun stream. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back. I'll be back on Tuesday for sure with Mary. We'll be looking at how Muhammad's mother was a zooter herself, not in the gay sense, but in the sexual deviant sense, how she slept around, how she had many sexual partners, and how the Islamic story lets us know this about Muhammad's mom. We'll be talking about Amina, I think is her name, Muhammad's mom, on Tuesday with Mary. In theory, Malik is supposed to dox me tonight. He was supposed to dox me 3 days ago, and he was supposed to dox me last night. So I don't know for sure he's going to dox me tonight. If he does dox me tonight, there'll be a stream about that. We'll see. We'll see. This guy is weak and pathetic. He can't even stick to doing his doxing as he plans. There'll be a response to that when it happens. There'll be multiple. Let's say that. There'll be a live stream, but there'll be multiple other responses as well for when he decides to go forward with doxing me. Look for me on David's channel tonight, reviewing the apostate prophet and Isa debate against Junior and another guy named Julian, in which the monkey was zooted. The monkey was zooted very hard by Junior. So look for that tonight on Apologetics Roadshow. Look for future episodes about Malik on Apologetics Roadshow as well. I'm primarily working on stuff that won't be on my channel right now, but I appreciate the financial support. I appreciate you guys tuning in today. And I can't reveal what's coming up, but trust me, it is going to be epic. It is going to be something the world has never seen before in terms of a response to the intimidation tactics of Malik and the Dawah community as a whole. As Malik was saying to Warner, I'm the wrong one. You messed with the wrong one, Malik. You messed with the wrong one. Until we meet again, we'll close out as we usually do with the only clip I have of Jake on my soundboard. We started with Jake. We'll end with Jake. Pastor Jake, everyone. Oh, hold on. Super chat from Ryan right at the end.
Can you just imagine giving £100 and it's a sadaqah jariyah, meaning it carries on going even when you are gone? Just imagine being in your grave and getting the rewards. In your grave, you will not be able to come back to this video to donate. So why not donate now?
Ryan for donating now a couple times during this stream. W stream, he says. Fire emoji. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. As I said, we started with Jake in the E tier. We'll end with Jake as we wish he was Pastor Jake.
Pray this ceaselessly. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me.